Images of protected turtles and dugongs being cruelly slaughtered in northern Australia have provoked public outrage since they were first broadcast 2 weeks ago on 7:30. The Queensland Government has started an inquiry amid calls by animal welfare activists for a crackdown on Indigenous hunting of species at risk. But will the furor result in real action to stop the cruelty and the illegal trade in turtle and dugong meat? Sarah Dingle has this follow-up and a warning. Some viewers may be distressed by the images in this story.
From Australia's far north, more images of cruelty. A distressed turtle tethered on shore, allegedly left there for a week.
So it's been there since the weekend? Yeah. Do you know when they're going to eat it?
This turtle was filmed by animal rights activist Rupert Imhoff on Boigu Island in the Torres Strait.
This poor turtle was left blistering in the sun. Its skin was blistering, it was completely dehydrated, and it was probably going to die a slow, agonising death over the next few days.
A week and a half ago, 7:30 showed images of another turtle being butchered alive, which sparked national soul-searching about whether native title rights should override animal cruelty. The Queensland Government pledged immediate action.
I was really quite disturbed by some of the footage of the particular methods of slaughtering those turtles that were shown on the ABC. And that's why, of course, I launched an immediate investigation.
In Queensland, native title hunting is exempt from animal welfare provisions. Ahead of the inquiry's findings, the state's Environment Minister has already said she won't outlaw the cruelty in these images.
To hunt is allowable under the Native Title Act. To not recognise that in our animal care and protection laws could actually open up the ability for people to, attack the traditional owners' right to hunt.
Barrister Jeff Beveridge is campaigning to close the loophole in Queensland's animal cruelty laws.
I think that interpretation is wrong, sadly wrong, from the point of view that the Act, the Queensland Welfare Act, allows them to make regulations. And if those regulations control Indigenous hunting, or the methods of Indigenous hunting, that sits comfortably with the Native Title Act.
I think people get a different concept of traditional hunting and traditional foods.
A handful of traditional owner groups have self-imposed limits or moratoriums on the hunting of turtle and dugong. Some, like Seath 4 Mile from Cairns, are working with the RSPCA to promote humane killing practices.
The turtle should be under a shade and in the shade and stuff before you go to kill them.
I think pretty well everyone agrees that what we've seen couldn't be seen as best practice.
Late last year, Federal Environment Minister Tony Burke pledged $5 million to help traditional owners sustainably manage turtle and dugong hunting. Tony Burke insists this will deliver results.
You can say that you've ticked the box, you can say, well, this is what the law says, but if it's not making a difference on the ground, then you really have to wonder whether we're trying for a political fix or actually to make a difference in animal welfare and sustainability issues.
Animal welfare activists say there's also an urgent need to investigate the illegal sale of turtle and dugong meat. Cape York elders want to end the esky trade.
There's large evidence that, there is an engagement in the black market sale of turtle and dugong meat.
But the federal government says no such trade exists.
I've put to my compliance issues that they're questions that should be asked, they're questions that they're pursuing, but at this stage their information back to me is they don't have the information that specific laws have been broken.
Australian Customs has told 7:30 it's the Queensland Environment Department's responsibility to investigate, and that department says the job is Customs. The federal opposition says more rangers on patrol is the answer.
We'll be pledging $1.6 million over 3 years. That will be the equivalent of up to 20 years of individual rangers working in the field.
In our previous investigation, at least one esky was addressed to a ranger. The Torres Strait Regional Authority says the rangers, as traditional owners, have the right to harvest turtle and dugong and share the meat and eggs with their families on the mainland.
We need to make sure that there are genuine rangers that there is an oversight of those ranges, an oversight of the whole program, and the best thing to do would be for the Crime and Misconduct Commission to look at what has clearly been a widespread practice of poaching.
Every single new piece of evidence will be investigated by my government, because we do not condone the illegal trade, we do not condone the poaching, and that's why there's an investigation underway right now.
State and federal governments admit they have no numbers of how many turtles, dugongs and turtle eggs are taken under native title hunting, and there's no report date for the Queensland Government inquiry.
Sarah Dingle there.